What's up, everybody? Ashley Nicole Moss here, and we are behind the scenes of 106 in Sports.
I'm Ashley Nicole Moss.
And I'm just Cam Newton.
And we are your hosts of the new show, 106 in Sports.
I grew up a sports fan. I did not have a choice. Shout out to my dad. I was watching basketball. Shout out to the Knicks. It's our year this year. I believe that. I feel it. It's coming. We're bringing a chip. Growing up in New York, park culture is such a huge part of basketball for us. That was really my introduction to the game. You know, my dad used to play at Chelsea Piers, and I would see pickup games at West 4th and Rucker Park, and my introduction to basketball really came from the city, the Mecca, and it just kind of trickled down from there. I fell in love with Kobe Bryant, like I feel like most people did, and he was the reason I really locked in and wanted to follow the sport of basketball and just follow his career. And it's just grown since then. I love being able to peel back the layers of athletes. I love being able to debate about my favorite games, my takes, opinions on players, every and anything in between. And it's really just been dope to kind of be in the position to do that. Obviously, we've seen so many strides with women in sports, and it's been really cool to kind of been part of leading that charge and kind of changing things for the next generation, the next wave that comes after me, just like, the women before me did. There were plenty of times where I'd walk into a room and people would ask me, which athlete I was dating, and, they thought I was a girlfriend, a wag, whatever they're called nowadays, whatever the terminology is. You knock down the barrier of people thinking that you're just there to fill the pretty face quota, right? That you can't possibly have an opinion, you can't possibly have a thought that's not fed to you in an earpiece, you can't possibly know the difference between a slam dunk and a touchdown. I mean, my God, how could you? You're not a man. I think men are given this pass that whether they've played sports or not, they are just, it's engraved in their DNA to kind of just know the ins and outs of fill in the blank of the sport. I've had to come in over prepared, and I've had to knock down those barriers, and I've had to deal with an over amount of criticism when people did not agree with my opinion. It comes with the nature of the business. I wish I could say it gets easier. It doesn't. It just gets easier to kind of deal with it. You may not like my opinion, but I guarantee you can't argue me on why you don't. So there's that. If I was an athlete for a day, absolutely basketball. For sure. I would probably, I'm trying to think of who my game would like. Right. Not quite like an AI. I don't know, I'd be like a Chris Paul. I'd be a good facilitator. I'd be a point guard. I'm not there on the floor to provide the size. You're not gonna see me out there dunking. I'm not gonna do all these crazy shots, but I'm efficient. I have court vision. My ability to just facilitate the game and make the people around me better. I think that would be, I'm a leader. I take charge. I'm a Capricorn. That's what we do. I would definitely be like a Chris Paul. I wish I could say Steph Curry, but I can't shoot that well. Although I would like to think that I can't. But if I could trade places with a basketball player and harness all their energy, I would definitely be Steph Curry for sure.